Most men today speak of wealth as if it's a spiritual state. They chant about abundance, they journal affirmations, and they listen to boys on YouTube who've never held a shovel nor signed a payroll. They treat wealth like a feeling. Let me correct the record. Wealth, real wealth, is not a mindset. It is a result. It is the product of long, violent friction between effort and reality. It is the outcome of 10,000 days of discipline, not one weekend of inspiration. You don't become rich. You build rich. You extract it, brick by brick, from resistance and competition. In my day, no one had the luxury of illusion. Steel doesn't care how you feel. Coal doesn't respond to your mood. If the job wasn't done, no one was paid. That clarity made us dangerous. Today's men are confused. They believe that thinking about money is the same as producing it. You want to know the first rule of making millions? Burn the illusion. No one is coming. No one will hand it to you. No one will clap for you. You must accept this. You will be alone. You will be uncomfortable. You will be exhausted. But if you endure all of that without breaking, you will be wealthy. Not because you're lucky, but because you did what others refused to do. You didn't wait for permission. You didn't ask for balance. You didn't beg for fairness. You worked. You bled. You persisted. And the market, cold and impartial, rewarded you with ownership. That is where millions begin. Not in vision boards, but in sacrifice. The first million is never about money. It's about what you're willing to give up. Men ask me, Mr. Carnegie, how do I earn my first million? I ask them, what are you willing to bury? Because wealth has a graveyard, and in it lie your weekends, your distractions, your pride, your comfort, your laziness, and sometimes even your relationships. You see, the man who builds wealth does not balance life. He tips the scale violently in one direction. He works while others sleep. He studies while others gossip. He builds systems while others scroll. He spends years invisible, only to become undeniable. When I began, I earned $1.20 a week. I walked through coal dust, learned Morse code in the dark, and studied accounting by candlelight. Not because it was romantic, but because I had no other choice. This is the part you don't want to hear. If you want the millions, you don't get to live like the millions. Not yet. The cost is time. The cost is consistency. The cost is enduring the ridicule of average men who gave up on themselves. And here's the brutal truth. If you flinch during this stage, you are never meant to lead. If your emotions control your output, you are still an employee. If you demand comfort now, you forfeit wealth later. You must become unreasonable. You must become relentless. You must become the kind of man who frightens mediocrity. That first million? It isn't earned with charm. It's earned when the world can no longer ignore your utility. Not popularity, utility. You either solve real problems or you are one. Let me teach you a concept that modern men have forgotten, the factory mindset. It is not a metaphor, it is a system. In a factory, every movement has purpose. Every second is counted. There are no moods in a factory. Only output, only product, only result. The reason most people fail to make millions is because they operate like artists. They wait to feel creative. They depend on inspiration. They need external validation. But wealth doesn't respect emotion. It respects repetition. You don't build an empire by chasing novelty. You build it by doing the same useful task 1,000 times, with precision and boredom and quiet obsession. In my world, we refined steel in hellish heat, over and over again. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't beautiful. But it made us rich. Success belongs to the man who treats his day like a factory. Inputs, outputs, metrics, systems. You build once. You improve it. You duplicate. No magic, no hype, just industrial execution. Here's the rule I followed. If it doesn't scale, it doesn't matter. You want to be rich? Then build like an engineer, not a dreamer. Track your time, kill distractions, automate what you can, systematize the rest, and do it with the cold precision of a steel press. Most men waste 90% of their energy deciding what to do. Builders eliminate choice. They simplify. They turn chaos into machinery. They create leverage by removing themselves from the labor. A rich man is not the hardest worker. He's the smartest builder. Your factory is your freedom. Build one or stay broke. Let's settle something once and for all. If you don't own it, it isn't wealth. A man with a big salary is not wealthy. He is rented, temporarily valuable, disposable. He may have a title. He may have respect, but he is still a servant. Because when he stops showing up, the money stops coming in. That is not wealth. That is dependence. Wealth begins with ownership. Ownership of systems, of machines, of ideas, of equity. A man becomes wealthy when he can leave for a year and still earn for a decade. In my day, I didn't aim to be paid. I aimed to own. I owned railroads. I owned bridges. I owned the entire production line. I owned the pain and the risk, so I also owned the reward. Do you want real power? Then stop asking how to earn more. Start asking what you can own, build, or control. Start small. A product, a system, a skill that multiplies. Then expand it. Make it run without you. Then duplicate it. Here's a truth no one wants to say. Employees are replaceable. Owners are remembered. If you die, will your name be on a plaque? Or will your children inherit something that prints money without lifting a finger? The modern man chases income. The builder chases infrastructure. He creates something once that pays him forever. That is how wealth outlives you? You want millions? Then build things that survive you. Legacy isn't a statue. It's a cash flow. Let me tell you the final rule. The man who wins is not the one who starts fast. He is the one who refuses to stop. Most men fail because they expect speed. They want the reward of an oak tree after planting a seed yesterday. But real wealth, empire wealth, moves like stone, not wind. Slow, heavy, permanent. The truth is brutal. It takes 10 years to look like you did it overnight. And most of you won't survive that long. Not because you aren't talented, not because you aren't smart, but because you lack endurance. Endurance is the trait no one talks about because it's not sexy. It's not glamorous. But it's the one thing every self-made millionaire has. They kept going when no one believed in them, when the market punished them, when the family doubted them, when the bank said no, when their friends laughed. They kept building, kept shipping, kept improving, kept sacrificing. And while the loud ones faded, the quiet ones rose, because discipline compounds, systems compound. Even boredom compounds. Your edge is not in doing more. It's in doing the right thing, longer than anyone else has the stomach for. This is not inspiration. This is an order. Do the work. Own the result. Outlast the rest. That's the real rule for making millions.